Right, welcome to the stream. Here we go with round 3 of the latest season of League of Extraordinary Investigators, Dark Side of the Moon. And in my defence, I have only ever played this once before, and that was my practice run last night. So it is all going to go pretty terribly, particularly seeing as I managed to set it up wrong. Right, well, let's get to it anyway. So, I'm Stella. I've already put my 1 alarm level as per the setup rules. I've already laid all of the locations out rather than do them as each act progresses, and I've just flipped the direction markers to show I can't go past there yet until the game says I can. I'm Stella. I have 1 mental trauma. I have shuffled both the encounter and the my player cards, but I'll just give them another little fuffle on camera. Encounter, player. So, Act 1A in the belly of the Moon Beast. Virgil Grey is held captive somewhere in the vast strange city of the Moon Beasts. You must be quiet and cunning if you are to find him and escape unnoticed. Objective: we've got to basically get to the city of the Moon Beasts with 3 clues to advance. And the agenda: silence stirring. The silence of this place is deafening. There is no wind whistling through the air, no chirping of birds, no idle sound of any kind. This is a dead world. Though you know danger lurks around every corner you hear, no sign of the beasts or the corsairs who call this place home. You must remain even quieter in order to stay hidden. So I hope you don't mind me reading all the blurb out, because like I say, I haven't got this far before on any of my life and any of my playthroughs. From here on out, Arkham Horror is a mystery to me, even more so than usual. So let's deal my opening hand. Because I was captured, I was unable to resign at the end of the previous scenario. So I awaken on the Moon Beast Galley, where we cannot enter nor leave via player card effects. So basically, we've got to get that clue. So let's see what I get. We have neither rain nor snow. Take heart. Meat cleaver, upgraded derringer, track shoes. Right. I want the gun, and I think I want the track shoes because I think the extra mobility will help. Less fussed about meat cleaver now I've got a gun in hand. Now the rain nor snow is always useful, but there are 3 of them in there, so chances are it will crop up again very soon. Again, take heart is useful to help me when I'm failing. I'm on a 3 shroud location, so I think what I will do, I will keep neither rain nor snow, ditch the other 2, because then at least neither rain nor snow will help me get that first clue and get moving. So we in its place, we get winging it and lucky. Okay. So I guess this bit's almost like a prelude, isn't it? We wake up captured, we've got to get out. Where's this boat gonna, this flying boat gonna land, or whatever it is? And I guess I could do some setup as well. So I will pay 2 to get the Derringer out, which comes with 3 ammo. So I'll go hang on. Oh, what are we doing? I've got me fancy I've got me fancy bullet tokens. 1, 2, 3. Can't have me fancy new toys and not play with them, can I? Then I will pay. Shall Shall I pay 3 for track shoes? Get my evade up ready for when monsters start appearing. Yeah, 3 for track shoes. And then lastly, I will investigate. I'll use rain or snow to get me on a 5. 5 on a 1. No, sorry, 5 on a 3. And this is my usual Arkham superstition. This first token will tell me how the rest of the game is going to go. 5 on a 3, and I get -1. I get the clue. I flip the card. If there are no clues remaining, flip over. If there are no clues when it was flipped, read the following. Moving as stealthily as you can, you find a dinghy tied to the side of the ship, 2 oars left inside. If this guy can move through space using oars, surely this lifeboat can too. Make sure to stay quiet as possible. You hop inside the small boat and make your escape. Move investigator here to the moon forest. Remove this card from the game. Okay, so now this is where we would have started anyway. And I've not been clicking my action tracker. There's 3 actions done. Don't get a 4th action because I didn't fail anything. Right, let's just, because we flipped, let's get this in play. We're in a 4 shroud location with 1 clues. It's looking slightly out of focus. Let's see if I can fix that. Oh, no. No, I think that's as good as it's going to get. Okay. So, I've got my fancy shoes on. I have my gun in hand. There are no enemies in play, so we can skip the enemy phase. Upkeep, ready cards. That's discard. Now let's do it like that to make it clearer. Card and a resource. I draw a rabbit's foot. Gain a resource. I've already put my 1 alarm level there with my Doom token there, and we get our first Doom on the agenda. And we draw our encounter card. We get Ancient Evils, so we get our second Doom on the agenda. Put that to 2. Okay, that's the equivalent of losing 3 actions, never mind. So, action 1. Now, if I remember right, the aim is we need to get to the City of the Moon Beasts, and then the next act is we need to be at the Temple of the Moon Lizard. So it makes sense to go this way. So do it in a loop so we're not having to backtrack. But I have just used my neither rain nor snow to get a 3 shroud location. So if I use winging it, that will knock it down 1. And then I don't have any money to pay for anything else. I might have just painted myself into a corner. So I think I will pay 1 for Rabbit's Foot. And now I will investigate, knowing I will fail, for action 2. So it's a 2 on a 4. Skull. Minus X, half your alarm level rounded up, so it's -1, so it's still a fail. But I now get an extra action. I also, because I've failed skill test, I can draw a card. Scrounge for supplies, choose a level 0 card in your discard pile and add it to your hand. Well, I only have 1 single card in my discard pile, which is neither rain nor snow. And I think because that's a stellar card, that's not classed as a level 0, a level anything. It's a level blank, isn't it? So I can't. That one doesn't count. So my third action, I'm going to draw. Neither rain nor snow. And then I have a fourth action because I did fail that investigate, so I now will commit neither rain nor snow. So it's now 2, so it's 5 on a 4, which isn't great. 5 on a 4. Minus 2, that's a fail by 1. Okay. No enemies in play. Ready cards, card and a resource, and I draw. Look what I found. And a resource. Unfortunately, what I found costs 2. I only have 1. Doom, we are now at 3. And my encounter card is Lunar Patrol. Attached to your location. Test evade of 3 to lose it. Forced, when you leave the attached location, you raise your alarm level by 1. So, okay. So first thing to do is get rid of that because I want to keep my alarm level down. So my evade is 4 plus 1 from track shoes. So 5 on a 3. So action 1. 5 on a 3. Skull. Minus 1. That is gone. Action 2. We need to investigate. I could just commit, but that's still only making me a 4 on 4. Then I do have 1 in hand for lucky. It's an expensive way of doing it. Let's do that. Commit. Look what I found to make it 4. I'm investigating 4 on a 4. Tablet, minus 1. Pay 1 for lucky to add 2 to my value, so I'm actually passing by 1, so I get that clue. Actually, thinking about it, I had my clue from the Moonbeast Galley, so I didn't necessarily need this one, did I? But it is a victory point, I guess. There's nothing about me discarding clues, is there? No. Oh well. So that was my second action. My first action was I got rid of the Lunar Patrol. My second action was I investigated. So third action, I will move to the Dark Crater. There's nothing here about moving out, is there? No. Dark Crater. Shroud 2, 1 clue. As an action, I can test a Book of 5 to hide in the crater to reduce my alarm level, and at the end of my turn, if you're at Dark Crater and have discovered 1 or more of its clues, test head of 3. If you fail, raise your alarm. So this is a forced action at turn end. So I'll stick one of my little reminder cards on there because I forget things like that. That was my third action, wasn't it? So I didn't fail any investigation, so I don't get my bonus action. There are no enemies in play. Nothing to ready, card and a resource, and I draw another look what I found. You did see me shuffle this on camera. And a resource. Doom, we are now at 4 out of 5, and an encounter card, it is Deeper Slumber. Put it in your threat area. Maximum hand size is reduced by 3 and is checked each time you draw 1 or more cards. Not a problem as yet, it might be later. Right, action 1. We get that clue. It's a Shroud of 2 and I am 2. Do I pay 1 for winging it to drop it to a 1, but then I'm only doing a 2 on a 1? Do I lob in look what I found as just for its pips to make it 4 on a 2? I think City on the Moon Beast itself is an even higher shroud, but I'll be able to advance without even getting that clue, won't I? Let's lob in, look what I found, to make it 4 on a 2. What's the worst that could happen? This? -1. No, that'll do. 4 on a 2. Get the clue. That was my first action. Second action, we move out of here. Before that forced event triggers. That was my third move, wasn't it? So I is that my third move? I think so. Anyway, what did I do? I am terrible, aren't I? I moved in at the end of my last go. I got deeper slumber as this. Then I ignored that. I investigated. I moved. So now I'm on action 3, hopefully. So X is the highest alarm level among all investigators. And at the end of the round, end 1. End of the round, sorry. See that, can you? Round end. There you go. In fact, I'm just going to spend these 3 clues for now. Get the act advanced. After hours of weaving around leprous stone towers and searching high and low, you finally spot a group of shackled captives being led single file from the docks to who knows where. Luckily, they are guarded by only 2 of the foul corsairs. You create a distraction loud enough to separate the pair, then sneak by in order to free the captives. Choose an investigator with the City of the Moon Beasts to take control of the set-aside Virgil Grey Truly Inspired. Well, I think that will be me. Okay. Check the campaign log. If Randolph was captured, he was. We put the set-aside Randolph in my hand. So now, Act 2A, Exploring the Moon. Now that you are reunited, it is time to get off this rock. Randolph informs you that the light side of the moon should be safe from the reach of the moon beasts, who dwell only on this side. However, it is much too far for you to walk on foot. You'll have to find another way to escape. Objective: only investigators at the Temple of the Moon Lizard may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. Okay. So for my third action then, because that was at the end of action 2 that I advanced the act, let's investigate. It would be a 2 on a 2. Ooh. Is it worth? Let's pay 1 for winging it. Let's make it a 2 on a 1. Reveal another token. Pass. Okay, that was my third action. No fourth action because nothing failed. No enemies in play. Nothing to ready. Card and a resource. I get Granny Horn. I can't afford. And a resource. We get on that's at the end of the round. So yeah, end of round. Each investigator at City of the Moon Beast must test evade of 2. My evade is for 5. tablet is -1. That's a pass. Right, Doom, that goes to 5, so the agenda advances. Silent stirring. Throw away the key. A single screech pierces the silence and you instinctively duck for cover. You've seen these creatures before. Horrid eyeless monstrosities that fly alongside the Corsair's black galleys. Terrible things of bone and leathery membranous skin. A flock circles and screeches overhead. Have you been spotted? It doesn't matter. You cannot stay here any longer. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and raise each investigator's alarm level by 1 and spit on the card while you're talking. Alarm level is now 2. And we are now at agenda 2A. The alarm is raised. Your pace quickens as the creature's pursuit grows more frenzied. With each passing minute, the silence you once cursed is broken. The awful piercing screeches that punctuate the night are even worse. So shuffle the encounter discard pile in. Do a mash. So much easier with sort card. Right, let's go. Draw my encounter card, of course. Forced into hiding. Test head of 2. We're head. My head is 3. I don't have any boost. I wish I could afford to play Granny on. Anyway, my head is 3, so 3 on a 2. +1, I passed. Good grief. This game is being unnaturally kind to me. It's saving its menacing up for later. Right, action 1. We move into Temple of the Moon Lizard. 3 Shroud, 1 Clue. And I do already have the clue to advance. Right, Randolph gives me an extra fist and evade. That would be useful, but I don't have the money for him yet. I've got a feeling I'm not going to get around to being able to pay for Granny Orn. But she will give me an investigate boost later. Scrounge for supplies. Is there anything I can pull back that would really help me get this clue? Because I am only a measly 2. I could just pull back a look what I found just to boost me up by 2. Or we're lucky, which I need to spend money for to commit. So I think that's probably the best choice. I will play Scrounge for supplies to bring Lucky back to my hand. Second action, investigate 2 on a 2 on a 3 is not great, is it? Right, what do I do? Do I gamble on being able to afford Randolph soon or Granny later? I think putting those track shoes in earlier was a waste. And I probably forgot to do my rabbit's foot at least twice. Right, let's commit Randolph will get me 1, commit Granny will get me 1. So either of those will get me on a 3. That will be a 3 on a 3. Lucky can potentially help if as long as I don't draw more than a -2. Worse than -2. I'm going to have to discard cards or take a horror. Some of these later locations are Shroud 6. Granny would help on all of those if I can afford her. But if I keep having to pay for Lucky, I'm not going to. I'm going to commit Randolph to get an extra 1. 3 and a 3. This is my second action because I moved. 3 and a 3. Minus 3. So even Lucky wouldn't help there. Okay. Third action. Let's use Rabbit Foot because I failed there and to draw a card. That gives me Perception. Okay. So now I will investigate again. At least this time I'm now 4 on a 3. I'll investigate using Perception. 4 on a 3. School is minus half your alarm level rounded up. My alarm level is 2, so that's a -1. That's a pass. I get the clue. I get a card from Perception. The Derringer. I do have an extra action. Before I move any further, I will. So I'm on action 4. Let's advance the act. While the majority of this temple is dedicated to an idol, the moon-dwelling creatures referred to as the moon lizard, you also find several references to some kind of lake of primordial black ooze not far beneath the surface that binds together the core of the moon. These texts imply that the whole of the moon's surface is connected by this core across multiple dimensions. Perhaps we can use it to cross to the moon's other side, Randolph suggests, or to the afterlife, Virgil adds. Yes, one or the other, Randolph replies nonchalantly. It's still our only option. So put these sets aside. Caverns beneath the moon, dark side, and black core locations to play. Spawn the set aside moon lizard at the black core. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. So Act 3A, the moon's core. You suspend your disbelief and descend beneath the moon's crust. In order to reach the other side of the moon, you must make your way through its black core, a trans-dimensional fluid from which nightmares are born. Clues cannot be discovered from the black core except as a result of a successful investigation. And objective, if each surviving investigator is at the black core and it has no clues on it, advance. Right, so I still have a 4th action, so I will move on to the Moon Forest for action 4. Okay, Hunter, enemies move, so he is, oh hang on, was this the one where he goes there? Yes, he's supposed to be exhausted. Right, enemy phase, so nothing happens because he is exhausted. So no enemies to attack. Ready cards, so he now readies. Card and a resource, and I draw drawing thin. Get a resource. It's going to 2. Doom, we get 1 out of 5, and our encounter card is Close Watch. Revelation test evade of 4. If you fail, you must either discard the asset you control with the highest printed cost, that would be track shoes, or raise your alarm level by 1. So evade of 4. I'm at 4. I'm at 5. That should have been re-readied. 5. So it's 5 and a 4. Let's commit the Derringer to the spare. Do I commit the spare Derringer? Let's commit the spare Derringer for an extra 1. So it's 4, 5, 6 against a 4. Minus 4. So I have to discard my track shoes. Or raise my alarm level by 1. I'm going to raise my alarm level by 1. I'm going to regret this later, I know I am. Okay. That was the Doom and the encounter. So action 1. I am going to do a pointless. I'm going to investigate this location with no clues. I can do that if I remember right. Just to generate a failed test. I'm sure you can do that. So I will play drawing thin as well. So I'm doing an investigate of a 2 on a 4. Increase the difficulty of this test by 2. Gain 2 resources. Now what am I doing? I have to commit. I have to have that in play first, don't I? So action 1 is we put drawing thin into play. Action 2, I will do a 2 on a 4, 5, 6 investigate, and I will gain 2 resources from drawing thin. This one still failed. I will then pay 4 as my third action for Granny Orn, who does not take, who takes up a slot, but because Virgil it doesn't take up a slot. Okay. And then I get my bonus 4th action because of failing that pointless test. Move to cabins beneath the moon. Now, if I remember right, I cannot enter while that has clues on it, so that is still blocked. But I suppose there's nothing to stop the Moon Lizard coming out, and he's going to come and get me on this turn, isn't he? So he will come in and attack me. So, well, I've revealed it now. Okay. Hunter enemies move, so he moves. This is a cave location, so he moves in, he engages me, and he attacks. That's 2 of each. That is a nice start. 1. No, not 3. 1, 2, and I get 2 horror, of which I will put 1 on Virgil and 1 on Granny. Okay. Ready cards. Card and a resource, and I draw 13th vision. I now fail ties during tests. And I get my resource of 1. Right, so the moon lizard has 4 health. I could just try shooting him twice with the derringer. His fight is my alarm level, which is 3. My fight is 3. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? My card was 13th vision. I got the resource. Doom flips to 2 out of 5. My counter card is going to be another monster, isn't it? Yay! Spawn at the nearest surface location. Luckily, I am in a cave. So it's a moon-bound Ibiaki. Oh great, he's a hunter, and now I'm now regretting switching my alarm level to 3 earlier. Can I backtrack and change that decision? Right. So ideally I need to reduce my alarm level, don't I? But I'm past the locations where I can do that, if I remember right. Okay, so action 1. My fight is 3. I get +2 from the derringers. That put me on 5. 5 on a 3. I think I try that. 5 on a 3. I do have lucky if the worst comes to the worst. Don't have any other bonuses here, do I? No. 5 on a 3. I'm not going to use drawing him to make it harder. 5 on a 3, please. Skull is half your alarm level rounded up, which will be 2. That's a pass. No, it isn't. Because of 13th vision, it's a fail. I will pay 1 for lucky to boost it by 2. So that is 2 damage on the moon lizard with my first action. And because that was successful, I lose an ammo. Second action, shoot him again. So again, a 3, 4, 5. 5 on a 3. I've got nothing to help if I fail this time. 5 on a 3. Oh, 0, pass. Down to 1 ammo. Moon lizard is dead. 2 victory points. Third action. I need that clue, but I've got literally no way of getting it now. And the Byaki is going to come after me and deal me a whole lot of pain. He's still gonna come out. I could run past him with track shoes. I haven't failed a test, have I? So I have only got the 3 actions. So even if I run past him with track shoes, he'll still come in and get me there. Well, there's no way I can avoid this, is there? I only have 1 bullet left in my gun. Investigation is currently 3. currently a 3 on a 6. If I fail that, it then becomes a 3 on a 4. Let's do it, because I can use my rabbit's foot to get a card out, and the card might come in useful with the Byaki. I could even make it harder with drawing thin to get an extra card out of it as well. Go on then, let's do that, because I can't pass. So I'm doing 2, 3 from Granny on a 6, 7, 8, and I get a card. That is when I initiate a skill test. I can then commit that card if I remember right, can't I? But I don't want to at this stage. So I'm now doing a 2, 3 on a 6, 7, 8. We know it's going to fail. -1, yes. After you fail the skill test while investigating, until the next end of your turn, reduce its shroud by 2. So its shroud is now a 4. Because I failed that test, I'll exhaust Rabbit's Foot and draw a card. And get the odd keyring, which I can't afford to play yet, but will be useful. So that shroud is now 4. I failed the skill test, so I now have an extra action. I'm now at 2, 3, 3 on a 4, and I've got perception. Still painfully close. Three on a 4. So 3 if I become 5 on a 4 with the perception. 5 on a 4. Tempted to try it. Go on, 5 on a 4. The bag's been relatively nice to me so far. 5 on a 4. Fail. Okay, so I've lost the perception. That has now gone away because that was only till the end of my turn. Now back up at a 6 again. Right, Hunter enemies move, so the Byaki moves in and gives me a good old kicking. 3. Ooh. 2. So now at 5 damage out of 8. This is not really where I want to be. Okay. 2 enemies moved and attacked. Ready cards, card and a resource. I get a resourceful. And I get a resource. Doom, we get to 3. And an encounter card, I get another Deeper Slumber. Oh dear, right. So my maximum hand size is reduced by 3 again. So my hand size is now 2. Okay. Right, action 1. We need to get rid of the Byaki first. How am I best to evade him, move? My evade is currently 5. Have I got any evade tech in here? Use that to pull back with resourceful. Well, resourceful could bring me back one of my neither rain nor snows, but only if the test is successful. Deeper Slumber triggers every time I draw a card. So I think the first thing I do is I try and evade. Do I evade the Byaki or do I shoot the Byaki? I can shoot him and get him down to 1. Then I need to just get a single hit in, which would be a 3. 3, which isn't so good. Which I could commit resourceful to. 4, 1, and 3. Should I just evade him and run? Right. What am I doing? Let's think about this. Shoot him. I'm going to shoot him with the Derringer, I think. So that is 3, 4, 5 against a 3, and I will commit to resourceful to make it 6 on a 3. 0. So that's a hit. That does 2 damage. Because resourceful was successful, I can bring back any survivor card to my hand. I think I will bring back a neither rain nor snow. My hand size is still 2 because resourceful left it, so deeper slumber doesn't trigger. For my second action, I will now just do a normal punch on the Byakhee with neither rain nor snow. So that is a 6 on a 3. 6 on a 3. Oh, you are kidding me. Okay, second. So that was my second action, which failed. He's not got retaliate. That bullet has gone. I just evade him for now, just because I can't survive a hit. I'm unlikely to survive a punch. Let's evade him. 4, 5 on a 3. But he has got alert, so he's going to hit me if this evade fails. Because that attack failed, I'm going to exhaust Rabbit's Foot to draw a card. That gets me a meat cleaver, which doesn't actually help. So do I evade him on a 5 on a 3? Or do I just risk getting hit, which will kill me? 3, 4, 5 out of 8. I can lose Virgil. Which removes him from the game. I could lose Granny, which loses me the investigation and the head. But if I take all 3, I'm dead anyway, so... This is action 3, isn't it? So if this fails, which it likely will because of 13th vision. Ooh. I think I have to try evading him, otherwise, if I can't evade him, he will hit me. If I kill him, Stop looking at me, Derringer, it's empty. Can't afford the meat cleaver. There's no point in trying to attack him. 13th vision will more than likely make me fail the attack. I've got nothing to boost the attack by. I think I have to evade him. So it's 4, 5 on a 3, -2. That is a fail because of 13th vision. So he attacks me for 3. So put 2 on me. That puts me to 7. And I will stick 1 on Virgil. Sorry, Virgil. And I take a horror as well. Oh, and then he's going to attack me in the enemy phase, isn't he? That's it, I'm dead. Action 4. Do I try and evade him again? Because what's the worst that could happen? He's going to kill me in this round anyway. So action 4, let's evade him again. 4, 5 on a 3, +1. He is evaded at this location. I mean, okay, he is going to ready and re-engage me at the start of the next turn, but I'm still alive. Right, so no enemies in play at the moment or to attack. Everything readies. Oh, hello again. Hello, good to see you here. Yay. Card and a ready. Card and a resource. I get take heart. And a resource. So I just need to check my hand size now because I'm at 3 and I should be at 8. Hang on, mate, it's 8. Yeah, my hand size should only be 2. I think I don't like the idea, but I'm going to lose the key ring. With the idea that a failed attack on the Byaki will give me enough money to play for the meat cleaver, but then I won't have it in hand. I mean, I'll have to take an attack of opportunity to take it. Right. Doom, 4 out of 5. Encounter, it's going to be an enemy, isn't it? Forced into hiding, test head of X, where X is your alarm level, so that's 3. Head of 3, 3, 4. 4 and a 3. Skull is -2, so that's failed by 1, so we lose an action. Okay, so it's already as though it's my second action. First action, I need to kill the Byaki. I'm going to punch the Byaki in the hope, I'm going to commit to take heart as well, so I'm going to punch the Byaki in the hope that the 2 cards from the imminent failure from take heart will then give me something I can use to punch him again. So I'm punching the Byaki, so that is 3 on a 3. No, fails. Right, take heart. Because it failed, take heart gives me 2 cards. Dark Horse and another take heart. My hand size is only 2, so I can take the take heart. So my second stroke third action, I will punch him again. I will do take heart again. 3 and a 3. +1. Yucky is dead. And I don't think I think that's all my actions done. Although I did fail one action there, so I do have an extra turn. So is it worth? It's not even worth me trying to do that. Investigate. I can't do a double action to get rid of any of these cards. Right, no enemies in play. So that fourth action, I will take a resource. Sorry. Okay, no enemies in play. Ready cards. Gain a card and a resource. I'm at my hand. Right, well that's going to kill me, isn't it? And a resource. Doom, we're at 5. Your escape route is cut off as a pack of lithe creatures surround you. At first glance you believe them to be cats, but they are only vaguely cat-like in shape. What you mistook for fur is more akin to a series of patterns like strange filigrees. You silently pray for aid. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and raise each investigator's alarm level by 1. So I'm now at 4. I didn't force my way into the temple. To your surprise, an army of cats land in front of you. Having leaped through the void of space itself, you recognize the cat at the head of the formation as the grey old cat with the scar you met months ago. Go human, he yells. We will hold them off. The entirety of the moon's denizens are set against you now. Behind every corner a group of corsairs lies in wait, or a pack of hunting cats lurks to herd you towards its vicious masters. The skies above swarm with winged beasts and black gullies. If you cannot find a way back to Earth, you will surely be captured. Hint: the game will not end when this Avengender advances, but the agents of Nyarlathotep will tighten their noose. And I'm sure it said, yeah, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the deck. I mean, I am nearly dead, so it will be a mercy. Okay. My encounter card is going to be an enemy. Ancient Evils. Doom straight away. At least that's one less thing for me to deal with. Right, action 1. 2 actions to get rid of Called by the Mists. And for my third action, I'm going to pay 3 for the meat cleaver. Can't replace my Derringer because I've got a free hand. Right, that's my go over. No enemies in play. Nothing to ready, card and a resource. Another rabbit's foot. And a resource. Doom goes to 2, and my counter card is forced into hiding. Test head of alarm level 4, so it's head of 4. My head is 4. I'll commit that rabbit foot to make it 5. So 5 on a 4. +1, that's a pass. Right, action 1. Could do with getting my alarm level down. but also what? So there I'm on a 4, there I'm on a 5, get my level down to 3, but I need to get this test done. I'm going to spend 2 actions to get rid of the 13th vision. And then for my 3rd action, I will move back here. No 4th action, no enemies in play, nothing to ready, card and a resource, 3rd time to charm, and a resource. Doom, we go to 3. My counter card is the Moon Beast. That's it, I think this is game over now, isn't it? Right, after he enters play, raise my alarm level by 1. So my alarm level is now level is now 5, which means I can't get into the white ship later on. But after I defeat him, I can reduce my alarm level. Right, 1st action. So I can hack at him with a meat cleaver, which will get me a 4, but he's still a 5, so I think I just evade him. Evade him for 5. 5 on a 1. -4, that's a pass because 13th vision has gone. He didn't have any spawn instructions on him, did he? Okay, so that's 1st action, I would evade. 2nd action, in fact, I can use that as a free action, can't I, that evade? That's a free action on that location. During your turn, except during another action, evade. If you fail, reduce your alarm level by 1. So my 1st action now is to do the evade there to reduce my alarm level by 1. So I'm doing a 4, a 5 on a 5. Ooh, 5 on a 5. So my first 2 actions, I'm going to remove Deeper Slumber. Those 2 actions done, and then for my 3rd action, is it worth trying to get a punch in on the Moon Beast? Let's hack at the Moon Beast with the. I might be wrong, but I don't think he has retaliate while he is exhausted. I'm going to double check that. I don't like being unsure about things like that. The metal block, I can't remember where the rules are in this app. Yes, if you fail when it's a ready enemy. Okay, thought so. Better check. So let's just get a whack in with the meat cleaver. I will take a horror to initiate this test. So I'm now attacking with a 3, 4, 5. No, 3, 4. Oh, that's not as good as I thought it was going to be. 3, 4, 4 and a 5. It's not worth committing using third time's a charm yet. I want to save that for a really important test. I'm only going to win this one if I draw a +1 or an elder sign. Nothing else I can do, is there? So let's undo that then. I won't take that horror to hit him. Let's do the... Let's do the 5 on 5 evade test on this location. 5 on a 5. -2, that's a fail. Because that's failed, I'll draw a card. Thanks to Rabbit's Foot. And now I will, for my 4th action, because I did a fail, I will pay 2. I'm running out of space here. I'm going to move my Derringer down there because I can't use it anyway. Pay 2 to try again in play. It's the upgraded version, so it doesn't have a limited number of tries. That was my 4th action, I believe. Yeah. Right, Hunter enemies move. There are none in play. Ready cards, so the Moon Beast re-engages. That's my hand. Ready. Card and a resource. Card. Drawing thing. A resource. Doom. 4 out of 4. So this advances. Nowhere left to run. Raise alarm level by 1. So I'm at 6. Each investigator takes horror equal to half their alarm level rounded up. So that's 3 horror. That's 1, 2. Stick 1 on a granny. I am at 3 or fewer sanity now, so my meat cleaver's extra damage will attack. It will trigger, reset the agenda back to 3A and place 2 doom on it. So it's just like an accelerator now, isn't it? Okay, so that's the doom. My counter will be an enemy. Oh no, forced into hiding again. Test head of X. My head is 3, 4. Let's play that drawing thing. 5. So 5. 5 on a 6. I'm going to fail anyway, aren't I? 5 on a 6. -2. So that's 3 on a 6. I failed by 3 or more, so I lose 2 actions. Now on my 3rd action, let's evade the Moon Beast. That's 5 on a 1. The token, 5 on a 1. That's a pass. The Moon Beast is exhausted. I feel like I'm in a vicious circle now. Didn't fail any tests. Right, no enemies move, no enemies attack, ready cards, nothing's ready, card and a resource. I get lucky, and a resource. He re-engages. Doom, we go to 3. Right, nearest surface location. I'm at a surface location. Ah, this is it. It's game over now, isn't it? Okay. Action 1. Evade the Moon Beast. Fire on a 1. -1. That's still a pass. Action 2. Evade the Byaki. Fire on a 3. He's going to kill me if I fail. Alert. 5 on a 3. -1. That's still a pass. They're both evaded. Anyway, I'm level 6 now. I can't get into the white ship. I may as well just... I'm just going to die, aren't I? Let's hit the Moon Beast with, so I did 2 actions there, didn't I? Let's hit the Moon Beast while he's down with the Meat Cleaver. I will take an additional horror, putting me on 5 to attack with the Meat Cleaver. So he is a 5, so I'm now attacking with 3, 4, 5 on a 5, 5 on a 5, 5 on a 5. Let's pay 1 for 3rd time's a charm. 5 on a 5. That tells me to draw another token. -1, so that's a fail. So twice I may cancel that token, turn it to the Chaos Badge and do another one. 5 on a 5. 3rd time. 5 on a 5. The tablet is -1. If you fail, raise your alarm level by 1. I'm going to pay 1 for lucky to get +2, which adds 2, which means I have done 2 damage to the Moon Beast. I think my only chance now is to try and kill the Moon Beast to salvage an extra point before I die. I think that's literally all I can do. Okay, no enemies in play. Ready cards, so they both re-engage. Need to get 2 hits in on the Moon Beast this time. Ready cards, card and a resource. I draw another key ring. Doom goes to 4, so here we go again. This is where I die, I think, actually. Right, raise the alarm level by 1. Take horror equal to half their alarm level, round up 2, 4, 6, 7. So that's 4 horror, 3, 4, 5, 6 to kill off Granny. That's 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one to kill me. There we go. Right, so I was defeated by horror. See what the game has to say. I'm going the wrong way. Each investigator was defeated. Despite your best efforts, your pursuers are too many for you to escape unnoticed. You are cornered and taken captive. Virgil tries his best to resist, but Randolph gives in, knowing that his resistance is futile. You are brought into a large domed temple. On the dark side of the moon and forced to kneel before one of the moon beasts, it is dressed in grey robes and heavy wrappings, but you see its true visage beneath, its slippery, clammy flesh and its drooling, bulbous lips. Wonderful, it praises its henchman. Our master will be pleased. Behind you, corsairs prevent your escape, while a row of winged things on either side of you squawk rhythmically and flap their wings. A preparation, you suspect, for an unpleasant journey. The moon beast orders its slaves to haul you onto the winged creatures. Bring these wretches to the sacrificial pits, it decrees. They must be judged for their heresy. The moon lizard shall feed well tonight. What? No, this isn't right. Randolph grits his teeth. There is a bright flash of light, and you awaken. You are sitting in a comfortless and unfamiliar bed. A wave of relief washes over you at first. Have you finally awoken from this endless dream? Then the still, cold void embraces you, and you realize where you truly are. Instead of four walls and a ceiling, you are surrounded by a bright, starry cosmos. Galaxies and nebulae in the distance seem to stare back at you with unfeeling cruelty. Your bed floats along the thinnest of silver threads. Virgil's cat sits up at your feet. "You're not awake," the black cat says. "Not yet." Another flash of light. The moon beast orders its slaves to haul you onto the winged creatures. Bring these wretches to the high priest in the cold wastes, it decrees. They must be judged for their heresy. "We know, my friends," Randolph whispers to you. "Did you hear that? The cold wastes is the region wherein unknown Kadath lies. With any luck, they will bring us right to our destination." Randolph is cut off as the moon beasts grab him and pull him to his feet. "No, not you. I know of you. You will be a gift, fodder for the moon lizard. Come." It drags Randolph away before your very eyes. His screams echo off the walls of the temple and fade as he is hauled underground. Then, borne aloft on dreadful membranous wings, your mounts carry you into the void of space. So, in your campaign log, record the investigators were carried to the cold wastes. Okay, I didn't even do this setup in the app. Resolutions. No resolution was reached. Stella was defeated with a mental trauma. Okay, the investigators were carried off to the cold wastes. Randolph Carter did not survive the voyage. If your deck contains Randolph Carter, remove him for the remainder of the campaign. I think he's in my discard pile, isn't he? I think I let him get defeated by horror or something earlier. Where are you, Randy? There you go. You're out of here. The lead investigator has learned the false awakening weakness. Great. And what's that do? Begins next to the agenda deck with a doom on it. Okay. So I get that. Each investigator earns experience equal to victory X. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 isn't bad. Yes, the deck upgrade saved. Proceed. Done. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't as painful for you as it was for me. I'll get my results submitted into the league, and I'll be back in a few weeks with the final scenario. So thanks for watching then, and see you next time. Bye.